The Moon and Lunacy. In the family of planets, the Moon is two things, mother and baby. It is the needy one and the caring one. The Moon is the planet which gets attention by alternately whining, manipulating, insinuating, being moody, helpless, infantile, subtle, or affects other planets in the chart by being powerfully silent and suggestive, helpful, cautious, concerned, nurturing and protective. Its nature is to impose itself on other more linear planets in emotional ways, feelings, irrational behavior and implications can even unsettle old Saturn. Although the Moon is reflective and implicitly related to the Sun, all its light is solar reflection, or Earth shine. It is the most holistically influential body in the family of planets, and in the horoscope when viewed for family matters. The Moon is the mother image, the adaptive principle, and is usually, but not always, associated with the females in the family, mother, aunts, sisters, and the maternal line. The Moon is the container of the infant, its home during the formation of its body and deep instinctual nature. Lunar responses to life outside the womb can be traced back to the short intrauterine experience. In the womb we are our mothers, we are not separate, but one. Her nourishment is ours, her heartbeat is tuned with ours, her emotions affect us, her body holds our body. This is the most significant body in the horoscope with respect to family dynamics, for it is the maternal line which acts as the conduit for generational transition. The Moon should be looked at as the primal, instinctual response to one's life force. The Moon can be the weakest link in the chart, one can be strong, heroic, creative, amusing, innovative, brilliant and healthy but can be emotionally barren, hostile, tortured and impoverished. The Moon in the horoscope shows how our environment affected us from the very instant of birth, and from that premise, how we perceive our environment and the people in it. The first contact with the outside world is meant to be the receiving arms of our mother. The infant, longing for reconnection to its source of life, is infused with this primal imprint all the rest of life. The mood of the moment in astrology is the Moon. The Moon in the natal chart is the mood of life for us. The Moon holds images of the fourth house, and in the fourth house lies the ancestral pool, not just the mother but the blending of maternal and paternal lines. This blend is held in the alembic of the fourth house, or the womb of the horoscope, and if the Moon is a very strong planet, then there are personal ancestral issues to be delved into. Only in conversation with ourself, or with a client with a strong lunar link can we determine to what degree this is a maternal issue alone. One very significant pattern in which the Moon can be problematic, and actually talks of both parents, one by absence and the other by overprominence, is the amputated moon dot. When the Moon is separated from the rest of the gestalt of the horoscope, the handle of a bucket formation, it is very difficult for the person to be able to connect his or her feelings with behavior, either of his or her own, or others. This lunar oddity usually indicates that there was a serious problem with the feminine in the family. It can indicate the only male in a family of women, or a family in which the father was particularly weak and ineffective. Men with this amputated Moon find it easier for women to carry their feelings than for them to be responsible for their own. It is absolutely necessary for the split-off Moon person to make every conscious effort to practice discovery of feelings. A typical scenario could run thus: a man has no idea what a woman is feeling and charges ahead with ideas, plans, expectations and assumptions and is shocked, horrified and dismayed to discover that she has no idea what he is wanting or thinking. Another issue could arise when the man is so disconnected from his own feelings that he damages the women around him by unconsciously using them or their feelings to his own end. Women who have this configuration find that they are oddly out of sync with their own feelings. They have tremendous intuition about other people, because they have likely grown up in an environment wherein they had to divorce their own feelings on behalf of looking after their mother's or their siblings' feelings. They find that they have a delayed reaction to emotional situations and are dissonant within themselves. These women are incredibly capable, reliable, and have the potential for taking on very solar work, but suffer quietly, wondering why no man or woman will come to look after them. The segregated moon is like a hook. Other people can hang their feelings on it, weighing it down, leaving no room for the owner of it to claim their feelings. This can be sad, or it can be so unconscious that only their most intimate friends and particularly lovers will be aware of it. The image that comes to mind is this: if we were to fold the horoscope in half, thus folding the moon back into the other half of the chart, it would be integrated. On an emotional level, this needs to be done, and can be through conscious effort and awareness. There will always be an admirable capacity for emotional clarity and objectivity with this position, but its pathology is coldness, lack of empathy, and delayed responses. It could be an ideal place for the moon if it were treated in this way, using the metaphor of folding the chart in half, thus achieving integration. Let me know, what do you think? Looking forward to your comments.